How can I take my driving license code exam with translation? If you are asking this question, you are on the right channel. Let me give you an IMT translated code exam walkthrough. People also ask, who can make the Portuguese driving theory translation? How do I take the Portuguese driver's license theory exam? How is it possible to have an IMT translated code exam? How do I find an IMT English translator? My name is Carla Souza and I am an IMT approved translator. If this is the first video of this channel that you see, please check the description box below to see the list of questions that I'm answering in these videos. Or you might like to start with video number 1, Portuguese driving license theory code exam translation. The link is also in this description. For a few years now, it has been possible to take the driving license code exam with translation. For that purpose, you need to hire an IMT approved certified translator. Most of the schools don't want to interfere in this process. There are some schools that can provide you a lot of information on this subject and even can be working already with a translator. Even if it is so, you have the right to hire the translator that you prefer. When hiring a translator, make sure of the services that they provide and the experience they have. Please ask for a proposal for translation services. For candidates who don't have access to training or classes in English in their schools, this may be very important. For example, if you hire my services with no extra charge, you can have visualization access to some study materials or, as I call it, the study documents. You are also entitled to make 2 fully translated code tests with images to practice. The tests also aim to help you decide when you want to take your exam. I assume that I'm the only one providing this type of service at this moment. The study documents are not the translation of the entire highway code book, but have important themes that come up a lot in the code exams. I'm trying to improve and add new content continuously. That's why they are shared online. It is not possible to print them. Some of the themes are presented in Portuguese and English. These are the contents at this moment. Important considerations, examples of tricky questions, definitions, terminology, speed limits, classification of traffic offenses, table of traffic signs comparison, defensive driving, moderate speed, vehicles classification, emergency vehicles or priority vehicles. If this series of videos is helping you in any way, please leave a comment below. I really appreciate it. Let's look at some samples of the study documents. This relates to the speed limits. This relates to the infringement section. This is a look at the signs comparison table. And this is how the tests look like. To take the tests, you will be sent an email with a link to reply to a form. After you finish the test, you will know immediately if you failed any of the questions. In the eventuality of failing a question, you will see the link to the website where I found the test and also an explanation of why you failed. These tests will be available for you until you pass your exam, and you can answer them the times you like. Since I'm a translator, not a code instructor, I can't teach you the highway code, but I can give you the contact of a code instructor who gives online English classes. This can be helpful if your school is not giving classes or training in English. If you need this, please write to my email. Another important information regarding the code exam translation is that the exam can only be translated for categories AM, A1, A2, A, B1, and B. These are IMT rules. Keep in mind that you must schedule your exam only after hiring a translator and seeing which is the date on which the translator is available, not the other way around. That is, schedule the exam first and then hire the translator, because it can be difficult to find a translator that is free on that date. This brings problems to you, and if you don't find a translator, you have to take the exam in Portuguese. If you fail the exam, you need to schedule a new exam and pay the fees again. The fees will be part of another video too. Getting back to the scheduling. For example, if you hire my service, you must schedule the exam at least a month in advance, sometimes even more. IMT only allows certain days for exams. This will be explained in the next video. I think I covered all aspects of code exam translation, but if you still have any questions, please leave a comment. I will be glad to answer. Let's answer now which are the new IMT rules regarding the translation of code exams in the next video. I'm waiting for you there.